Hey there, everybody. This is Fulminata. I am doing a review today on Zane. I just hit my light. Anyway, the feedback from last week was pretty good, so I decided I'd do another one. A lot of people were requesting mocks like Rayos and Eden. I was like, whoa, slow down. Not yet. So I thought I'd do a popular mock of mine. I didn't think he'd be this popular, but apparently everybody liked him. Um, so I'll actually just get onto the review. By first, I'll take off his weapon because you've seen that in the video, and I don't really need to show that to you. I've got other stuff you should see. Um, so start with the feet. Really basic feet, just a hand piece, and like you can figure that out. The lower leg design, it's a Bulrock skull with a handpiece in there that attaches this Paraka foot. So handpiece to a foot piece connected to the leg bone, whatever. Anyway, just a little detailing in there. Still like posable, like a little bit more than 90 degrees. You've got a ball joint right in there, obviously, which is why it can move. Two hand pieces connected by this almost triangular piece, rounded triangle, I'll call it, with the L-shaped piece right there. Connects to your very basic double hip joint with a little Lego piece right there, just to fill in the holes. This is actually not a Lego piece. This is leather. I wore it as a ring for 2 years, and then, not 2 years, for about a year. Then I realized how stupid it was, so I put it on Zane, because it actually helps to conceal this. This is probably the one thing that's wrong with Zane, is that right here, in order to attach this handpiece, there's got to be some connection at the back. Unless I want to like do it off the sides, I don't think that would have looked as nice. He wouldn't have looked as skinny and as sleek. So I had to do this, and it doesn't look very good. So I just put that piece there to cover it, and it flows pretty well. Anyway, I've got a handpiece connecting to a ball joint. Most mocks I see have hand joints coming off the body and then ball joints attaching to the hand joint off the waist piece. Now, I've reversed that, and I think it works a lot better. I also do that with my arms. I've got ball joints attaching from the arm to the body. Anyway, posability here is pretty good. He can go down really far. He can bend over very well, but he can't really turn too much, but that's not too big of a problem. I think waist articulation is really overrated. You don't really use it too much, and in something like stop motion, it starts to become a problem if the joint there is really loose. Fortunately, it's pretty solid for Zane, which is why I've already done stop motions with him. Moving up to the body, I'll pop that piece off so you can see the basis of his body. It's actually gray, not black, which is why I needed to put a black piece there. Most of these pieces were built from, most of these pieces come from Tuma. Like these pieces, this piece, like, scroll armor. Anyway, so I built this off Tuma, so that makes this mock a year and a half old, and it still holds up, so I'm actually really proud of that. Anyway, the basis for the body are these, plates here with the rounded edges. I'll just pop the arm off like that, and you can see the basis of the body. Which attaches up to a sideways handpiece. Now, the handpiece is sideways, so I had to put the ball joint here and then put an axle piece through the hand joint that would attach to the Roxy head. Now, the reason that works so well, and I didn't want to change that by changing the body design, was when you move your head, you do not turn your head at the base of the skull. So in a normal mock, what you would do is you would have a sideways, this handpiece would be sideways, you would have the axle joint coming off of here, and the ball joint attaching there, so the mock would move at, right at this joint here, but you move at the base of the neck, not the base of the skull. That would be creepy. So this works a lot better. I think it looks nice, and it also gives a nice range of posability, and you can get a lot more done with his face. It's a lot more realistic. Onto the arms, we've just got our basic scroll armor, but underneath there we have this Hortica neck, which attaches with this kind of plate right there, which then goes to a handpiece. And let me just get in focus so you can actually see it. There you go. And then there's a little gray plating piece right in there. Anyway, then there's just the basic, you know, arm with a hand. I mean, you know, that's really simple. Anyway, and, you know, obviously you've already seen this weapon of his, and there's also his knives and his, like, aura, which is basically just fiery pieces I found. But I've made 4 new weapons for him. There are these ones, which are really basic. You can just see how those are made. I don't really need to explain that. They look cool when he wields them. And actually what I've done is you'll see this mock next week, because I'll do a picture review, not a picture review, music picture video for that. And this mock no longer exists, so I'm showing you what it was. Now it's just a pile of scraps on my floor. And what I've done is I built a weapon with it. I put it on Zane, and I think it looks cool. This is a crescent-shaped sword that has like a saw blade and is dark and red and black, and it's really cool and creepy, and I think it looks really, really awesome on him. Like, if you just see him from the side holding this weird-shaped weapon, it looks pretty awesome. But in reality, this would be the worst weapon ever. I mean, it's shaped like a banana. Ride into battle holding a banana, 5-foot-long banana with a saw blade on the inner side. I mean, yeah. And the last weapon I'm going to show you before I end this video is something I came across accidentally. And it's basically, I'll get this in focus so you can see it again. And it's 2 spikes coming off a hand piece with one of these pieces, an axle joint on the hand, which just goes down into a Mari tube at the end. And at the end of the Mari tube, this fell off. That's how it attaches to the hand. And if you've seen the Bionicle movies, which I assume most of you have, because you wouldn't really be watching this and not have at least heard of them. Anyway, that's actually the wrong piece. That's from something else. Anyway, if you've seen the movies, this is basically the Legends of Metro Nui. Anua has a weapon that's just this but silver. Now, this hasn't really been accomplished ever, so if you just took this and made it silver, it'd pretty much be a revamped version of Anua's weapon. So if you want to use this design, give me credit. Also, I found this cool. I've tried making designs like this before, because I do play Minecraft. Anyway, pickaxe. The end.